Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading. It's your second royal reading of today, a Wednesday, and I am sticking with my new tarot deck. It's called the New Chapter Tarot, and it seemed appropriate to arrive today. And of course, the book and all kinds of things happening and coming out. This reading isn't book related directly, but it is a story that's coming out and that's rumored and it's going around on social media as a result of the book and a result of all Harry's publicity that he's doing. And this is the theme today, is basically unintended consequences of Harry and Meghan being so high profile at the moment, seeking the limelight, saying things. People are coming out and saying things back, basically. And because this is a very serious topic, I have to say immediately that this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes. It is all just my opinion. It's all speculation. Please form your own opinions, your own conclusions about this particular story and all stories that I read on. I read on the royal family because it's archetypal and we can all learn from what goes on with the royal family and apply the lessons to our own lives. And there is, of course, a written disclaimer in the box below. As I say, a very serious story, and I have to remind you it is just a rumor. And the rumor is that a girl is going to be coming forward soon who allegedly was raped and beaten by Harry, and she has been so severely injured that she is in a vegetative state. This is the rumor. And going to be coming out and talking about it. And allegedly Harry has a history of violence against women, which the royal family has hushed up. There's a lot of rumor around that. There was a blind gossip item about that I read on way back on my channel. It's number 23, very early reading that I did on this channel. It's in the old Royals playlist, reading number 23. But the rumors have swirled around Harry from his time in the army in the US and Afghanistan in particular, that he was violent with professionals, shall we say, but also young girls. Stories coming out about that, leaked to the Sun. So there's a lot of stuff swirling around, and this particular incident is alleged to have happened after the Jubilee, so very recently. And the story is, the rumor is that because it seems to be an ongoing pattern of behavior, it has been decided to come forward in order to prevent future such episodes. And the speculation is that it is so serious that it could result in a prison sentence or some form of halfway house. And it also is alleged and speculated that Meghan is aware of it and she and Harry covered it up. This one, not the royal family trying to cover up. This one, according to the rumor, Harry and Meghan trying to cover up. It's a big story. I want to know if there's any basis to any of this. I want to know if this is the big story, the huge story that Lady C has been talking about on her YouTube channel, saying the royal family has been trying to cover up for Harry. Douse was the word she used, or whether that's something else. I want to know if the alleged victim of this rumoured assault is somebody that Camilla knows, because she has, of course, got very focused on violence to women, towards women. I want to know if she knows or has any connection to the alleged victim. I want to know if the victim is really going to come forward and talk the impact, the consequences for the royal family and for Harry and for Meghan. So it's going to be an 11 card reading. We're going to look at what happened, allegedly, did it happen, how serious, Harry's immediate response, Meghan's knowledge and her involvement in any potential or alleged cover-up. And as I say, Lady C, is this the big story Lady C's been talking about, or is that something else? Camilla. Then we're going to look at whether we are going to hear something in future about this, in the near future, and how bad it's going to be. Basically, that's the story. As I say, an unsavory story, one that is coming out now, seemingly because of Harry going on this PR campaign to tell us all how marvelous he is. He, of course, self-professed feminist, who has been quite critical of his uncle, Andrew, and said that, and let me quote, whatever grievance people had against me or us, sex crimes weren't on the list. Well, according to this rumour, sex crimes very much are on the list now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have my list of questions next to me. I'm glad that this new chapter tarot is tiny. They're very small cards. They're very comfortable to shuffle. Nice solid cards. It's an interesting modern deck. New to it, but I'm enjoying it so far. It read very nicely on the previous reading I did today. So let's have a look and let's get an underlying energy. We've got a High Priestess. We've got secrets. 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 And it's an interesting depiction of secrets because there are 3 people involved in this secret. Harry, Meghan, the girl. So there's our underlying energy. Absolutely, silence is what the High Priestess is about. Knowing things that other people don't know. And we'll put the High Priestess to one side. Shuffle the cards a little bit along so we get them all in. Put the High Priestess over there as our underlying energy to remind us we are dealing with secrets and rumours. And for entertainment purposes, let's have a look at the past. That's how we're going to start our reading. I'll explain the cards as we go. I have my list of questions next to me because it's quite hard to remember. I have to go through them in my mind as I'm shuffling and getting ready to start recording. But it's a complicated reading today. It's a complicated subject and a very sensitive subject, obviously. So the past. The past. Harry, violence in the past. What do we know? And we got the 7 of discs in reverse. It's cost money. If anything has gone on in the past, it has cost money. 7 of discs, pentacles, coins, whatever you want to call it, is about your investments, your harvest, taking stock, making sure that you've got enough. How well have you done so far? What do you need to do? Do you need to go back to work and work harder? The card is in the reverse. That means a loss of investment, a loss of money. It has cost money to, in my opinion, buy his way out of trouble with that 7 of discs. 7 is also a contemplative card. It's thoughtful. It's wise. There's a certain level of maturity in that card because you've worked and you've done stuff and now you're looking at it and thinking, okay, this is what I've done, achieved so far in my life. Am I satisfied with it? And it's an immature energy when it's in the reverse. Just saying. So, okay, that's the past. I'm not getting violence from it. I'm getting something that has cost money or undermined effort even. Undermined effort that has been put in. Lost, a waste of effort, a waste of time in a certain situation. So tell us, did something happen very recently with Harry and a girl, a woman, a young woman? Oh my, goodness. The Death card in reverse. I really don't like to see this card because according to the rumour, it was very, very serious. It was pretty close to that, and it has left the girl, according to the rumour again, in a coma, basically, more than a coma, vegetative state, that is. No chance of recovery from that, brain damaged, severely brain damaged. According, again, to the rumour, Death card in reverse is a horrible card to get. It does tell me that it's a pattern of behaviour, and it's exactly what the rumour is saying, and I have to say that my cards agree with the rumour in the sense that the Death card is somebody who needs to change and get rid of a behaviour pattern but hasn't been able to. They haven't changed their ways. They are continuing with a very unpleasant pattern of behaviour, and that is a very shocking card for me as a reader to see here. How serious was it? If it did happen, how serious was it? I've got the Two of Discs. Two of Discs is about juggling, is about balance and equilibrium. I think the card has already told us that it's very serious. The card above has already told us that it was very, very serious. Death card doesn't get more serious than that when you're talking about some form of assault, as this allegedly was. The Two of Discs is telling me that it's now in a kind of a situation of balance. And I'm getting, as I say that, I'm getting a mental kind of image of machines, medical intervention, keeping somebody in a state of balance, of the physical body. Pentacles are about the physical body, and we're getting somebody who is being kept in that balanced state, but kept, not themselves keeping themselves in a state of equilibrium, intervention. That's what I'm getting from that card. It's curious. It's my personal opinion. It's my interpretation of the card. And for the purposes of this reading, purely, you can, of course, form your own conclusions, your own opinions. And so, how did Harry respond? If this in fact happened, how did Harry respond to this? We got the Six of Discs, money. And this is what the rumor is saying, that allegedly he tried to get it covered up with money, tried to buy his way out of it. That cat there in that very comfortable looking sort of cushion, or roses or whatever it is, but it's keeping someone comfortable, keeping someone safe and protected. It's the charity card. It's the giving to a situation. Money. It could be one of the reasons why the Harkles are in a scramble to make money suddenly, with all the stuff that's coming out that they're dropping all over the place. That is a wild speculative leap that I have made as a tarot reader. Megan's knowledge, involvement, reaction, any of that. If, a big if, Megan. Oh, this was a nightmare. This is like the worst possible thing that could happen. Nine of Swords. Terrible stress, terrible anxiety, terrible worry. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So yeah, definitely, according to the cards, in my opinion, she knows, and it rocked her, it frightened her, it made her extremely anxious, yeah, not the best moment in her relationship with Harry when the news broke. Definitely not with that Nine of Swords. So tell me, is this the big story that Lady C is sitting on, or has Lady C got a whole other story that apparently is going to be knocking the Harkles for a massive, well, going to be hitting the Harkles. I've lost my ability to think right now and speak in metaphors, because particularly sports metaphors, not my strong point. Is this the story, or is there another story? We got the Three of Discs, which is a cooperation, teamwork story. It's definitely something that she knows. She knows about this. She knows about this with the Three of Discs. It's teamwork. People talking about it, and she does seem to be involved in the chatter about this. So I think that she knows about this one. I'm not getting huge energy from this. Three of Discs is small, so I'm getting that she's involved in the chatter, or she's aware of the story. I don't think this is the big one. I think there is something else that she's got that I don't know what else could top this. Well, there are stories. There is, of course, the thing that goes bump in the night, which I have read on many times. It's in the back of my mind to read on again, but I'm waiting for the right moment, and it doesn't feel right now to read on it. So if you're asking me to read on it, I am well aware, but timing is everything. I think there's something else. It's interesting the way that those people are sort of reaching with that. that energy of lifting something up. It's prominent. It's what's in the gossip pages, shall we say, right now. But I think she's sitting on something bigger than that. The card just isn't big enough for the huge scandal that she's talking about. People are speculating that could be sex tape. Also, from the way she's talking about it, different energy, different vibe. And that could be the Three of Discs as well, that there are other people involved in that. Camilla and this story. Is this somebody, is the victim somebody that she knows very closely, very well connected, somebody that she's connected with? We've got the Princess of Discs, who is a very masculine looking princess, interestingly, in this tarot deck. It's the Page of Discs, young energy page. And I speculate that it could be a young person. The Page of Pentacles is normally a female energy. Interesting that the person has chosen, it's a messenger. It's normally a little male person. It'd be pretty freaky if it turns out to be male. The victim didn't cross my mind. I don't think it's been portrayed that way in the rumors and the gossip. So that's just me going off on a complete tangent. But young and Pentacles are connected. So it could be somebody that she somehow has a pretty solid relationship with. Pure speculation on my part, but it's not telling me no. It's telling me, in my opinion, yes. So, a young person. Are we going to hear about it soon? Shortly, is the rumor says. We're going to be hearing about it shortly. Are we? If indeed it happened, are we going to hear about it? We got the Queen of Cups in reverse. That is a very, very, very upset woman, female energy. Somebody who has got a lot of grief, a lot of sorrow. It could be a mother that comes out and tells us something. This Queen of Cups is somebody who loves someone very, very much. We're used to seeing Queen of Cups as the Diana card. It could be somebody that comes out and says, I've loved Diana and I can't believe Diana's son did this to my daughter. Again, I am putting words into a situation. I'm writing a script. I'm not claiming for 1 second that this is actual truth. But that's the energy of the card. Somebody who's heartbroken, somebody who is terribly upset, mother kind of energy coming off that card for me. So it looks like we might have a very upset woman, mature woman in our sights. How bad will it be for the royal family if this does come out? If the story, this rumor, turns out to have some basis in reality, how bad is it going to be for the royals, in particular for King Charles? Oh my word. It's just going to absolutely destroy him. Utterly. Utterly, utterly, utterly. Look at that Three of Swords. Look at that Three of Swords. And it's a kind of a matching energy there. Yeah, this will be the ruin of him. It will break his heart. The Three of Swords, it will be, I think, a kind of a mea culpa. You'll have to come out and say, this is my fault. It's all on me. It's a terrible card. It's an absolutely terrible card. This is heartache and betrayal that he can't recover from. If it happens, if it comes out now, better off with the coronation. And I know a lot of people have asked that question in the comments. Is Charles actually going to be crowned? I know he is king. Technically, he was king the moment the late queen passed away. But going through the ritual, the formalities of it all, the ceremony of it all, will that happen? I have read on it as far as I can remember. It did look like it would happen. But then this came along, I guess. I don't know how recently this happened. They say after the Jubilee. So, you know, there was a very small window between the Jubilee and the Queen's passing. It, you know, it all happened pretty much within a few months. So who knows? But this is devastating and terrible, and he cannot recover from this. If it turns out that the royal family knew about this problem and covered it up, paid people off, it's going to look horrible. It's going to look horrific. Harry, consequences for Harry. If this is true, and if it comes out, big if, that's a jail card. That's literally a jail card. 8 of Swords. Confinement card. This is what the rumor is saying. And if you go back to my previous reading today, the reading on Doria and the missing years and the drug dealing, we got this card. And I talked about this card in that context. It was a slightly different context, but that's a jail card. It's over for Harry. Harry is locked up, whether in an institution or a literal prison. Who knows? If it turns out that he has some sort of psychosis, and I'm speculating, I'm not diagnosing, I'm not a mental health expert, but that he is a dangerous person because of his whatever problems, because of drug use, whatever is going on with him, that is somebody who has to be put away. Meghan, if she knows and did nothing, yeah, it's bad for her as well. Queen of Swords in reverse. It's going to get very ugly for her. Very, very ugly. Queen of Swords upright is somebody who's fair and wise and honest and makes hard decisions, but fair decisions. But this is something that is vicious and savage. She's going to look like the Queen of Swords in reverse, like somebody who was vicious and cruel and savage. She had her opportunity. She, according to these cards, in my opinion, speculating, she knew. If this happened, then my cards are telling me that she knew. And it's something she tossed and turned about, because the Nine of Swords is normally somebody on their bed, night fears, night sweats, can't figure out what to do. Somebody who's suffering from terrible anxiety, terrible worry, but they kind of don't act. And if she didn't do anything, then she's going to be seen. And it turns out that there is some basis, some substance to this rumor. Then she's going to be Queen of Swords in reverse. She's going to be BITCH. Can't believe how cruel you were, how vicious you were, selfish you were, that you silenced the story, that you hushed it up, that you did whatever you did. It is not going to look good for her. And she's going to be iced out, basically. She's going to be cut out of things as a result. He's off. But she's got some, I would say, quite serious reputational harm coming her way as well with that Queen of Swords. This is a very, very hard reading to do. It's a very, very unpleasant topic to read on. It is, I again have to say, just a wild rumor that is on social media, and it's popped up because Harry has been so loud in his self-congratulation about not being implicated in sex crimes, and so the story has come out as a result of what Harry himself has proclaimed, and he has protested his innocence. Now people are coming out and saying, well, actually, there is this. It's a rumor, it's speculation, but the cards are telling me as a tarot reader that there is some basis to it, and that we may well hear about it, and it may well end very badly for both Harry and Meghan. That is your reading. And giant allegedly all over it. I know it's tedious to hear that word, but yeah. tricky, tricky territory. I'm sure you understand. And thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.